Welcome to Mornings with the Mayor. As always, we have a very informative show today, a very important show. So all of our audience out there in Bucks County, and especially here in Bensalem, we're going to talk about Habitat for Humanity, which I'm sure a lot of you heard of, and it's been so many times on TV nationally. I mean, it's a big organization. But we're going to kind of concentrate here in Bucks County today and give you some of the information. And with me today is the Executive Director, is Florence Kawoczka. Is that correct? Did I do good?
You did well.
Say DiGirolamo.
DiGirolamo.
Yeah, well, we got it right. We both got it right. You are the Executive Director, Florence, and great to have you here, and welcome.
Thank you.
And to my right is John Kolanko, who is the Family Program Director.
That's right.
So, John, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be
Florence, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And as I said, we want to make this very informative, bring you up to date on everything that they have to give us and how we can get involved, all kind of ways and know what they do. And I think I'll start out with you, Florence, and give us a little bit of a mission and a background of what Habitat for Humanity really does.
Well, Habitat for Humanity of Bucks County has been around since 1990. We just finished and sold our 87th home this past year. So we have built throughout the county.
In what period of time would you say 87 homes?
Since 1990. I think our
Since
first house
1990?
was actually completed maybe 1993, something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
We are currently working on 10 townhomes up in West Rock Hill, up the northern part of the county. And we are about to break ground on a home in Bristol. In addition to that, a few years ago, and most people are familiar with Habitat building homes from the ground up, and must say that 70% of our construction is done by volunteers. So we welcome anyone to reach out to us if they're interested in getting involved.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I wanted to bring that up. If somebody wanted to be a volunteer, what does it take? What do they do? Just reach out as a phone call, go on the website? Or?
Any of the above. Our website, we have a volunteer form right on our website. We love to get groups out, whether you have a civic group or a church, a place of worship. And then we have lots of businesses like to do build days. It's a lot of fun. It's good team building for staff. So we encourage anyone to go to our website or to give us a call, and we can.
And by the way,
schedule
those
it.
numbers and the website will be on the scroll at the end of the show, so
Okay.
it'll continuously be on there, so give people an opportunity to go on there. Let me just come over a minute with John. John, I know one of the things that is big with you, the Brush with Kindness. Yeah, tell us that program, because I think it's very important.
Yeah, it is. This is a new program for Habitat for Humanity Bucks County. Been around for about a year and a half. So as Florence was saying, we've been in the county for over 20 years, but a lot of people don't know about a Brush with Kindness. And this is focused on existing homeowners who are having trouble maintaining and repairing the exterior of their homes. So we're looking for opportunities.
Let me stop you a minute.
Sure.
We're talking about building homes,
Right?
ground up, volunteer. Now we're talking about fixing homes. I think I understand.
Existing homeowners.
Existing
Right.
homeowners, okay.
Exactly.
And how would they qualify for that?
To qualify for that, you have to be a homeowner, so it's not rental properties, but homes that are owned. There are certain income requirements to be met. I can give you an example. A family of four, the income requirement would be gross annual income below $48,900. That just gives you an example. The type of work we do is exterior only, siding, handicap ramps, safety issues like rotting steps, porches, railings, things like that, landscaping for better drainage, accessibility. The requirements are that you're willing to partner with us in terms of publicity and work on the project side by side to the best of your physical ability. And it's the motto of Habitat is a hand up, not a hand out.
Yeah.
So there is some payback required. It's based on your income. It can be paid over time, 5, 7, 10 years, zero interest. And a lot of the projects are able to be completed with monthly payments of $10 or $20 a month.
Kind of like
It's
a grant,
affordable.
kind of like a grant that you had to maybe 25%, 50%, you had to match it, and that type of thing?
Depending on your income. So the percent of the median income for Bucks County will determine what you pay. But keep in mind, this is also done with very low cost, so it'll be low cost to begin with, and then you just pay a portion.
I have a crazy question. I'm thinking about it. When somebody goes in and gets those permits to fix the outside of their house, do they raise their assessment on taxes?
Not usually. The kind of work we're doing is not affecting the taxes whatsoever.
Okay, because I think that's important. Like, you know, all of a sudden they get hit with a tax bill.
Right.
You know, at the end of the year that they didn't anticipate, because 48,000 with family of four is not a lot of money.
On the contrary side of that, though, some of the work we do will enable families to be insured when their insurance is in question or
Oh,
threatened.
okay.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had one example of a family up in Doylestown that were actually going to lose their homeowner's insurance because their porch was separating from the house.
Oh, okay.
And so they were going to have to leave. Or last week, 2 weeks ago, we helped a single man who needed work done on the sliding doors on his condo. Otherwise, he was facing eviction because it was leaking through the condo, the doors, and it was leaking down into his neighbor's home as well. So we're able to fix that. So for the most part, we're really doing some critical repairs, people that really need help. This is, as we mentioned, only a year and a half old now, this program, because Habitat for Humanity in general, as we talked about, has always been about building homes. But we realized, our affiliate realized a couple of years ago that with the downturn in the economy, people were really struggling just to stay in their homes. And so we saw this as a great opportunity for us to help people remain safely in place.
Yeah, I know. We take a couple things in here now. We had the seniors that live in our community, and then certainly you have the people who are raising children. And these are important things if they're eligible to get that done. I want to stress that out there, that if you think you're eligible, this is a heck of a program, Brush with Kindness. I hope that, people get involved. And certainly you can call here at the township, and we'll also, make sure that they get in touch with Habitat for Humanity, because it's so important. I didn't know that program honestly existed.
That's the point of today, to be here to tell everyone about it. And beyond the families that need help, we are always looking for volunteers to work on projects, for donors to sponsor projects, for places that can donate materials, because we use donated materials to keep the costs down,
Sure.
Construction materials. So
That brings up another thing, Florence. It's okay to call you Florence. It's much easier, Florence.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's not that tough. Funding. How does Habitat for Humanity get their funding to sustain themselves and do all these things?
Right. Well, we've tried very hard to have a diverse funding so that we aren't dependent on any one. We do get a lot of corporate funding. We have lots of companies, as John mentioned, that like to come out to do projects. The Brush with Kindness, any project we've done with Brush with Kindness, we've had groups and small businesses come out, and for $5,000, they're able to help a family. They get visibility in their community, and they get 3 days worth of usually around 3 days worth of volunteer time for maybe 5 to 8 people that work for them. So it's a win-win situation. We do get some HUD funding. The county facilitates HUD funding for us for, of course, our purchase of land for any of our build projects especially. We've been very fortunate that the county has continued to do that. And we have a very strong individual donor base, and we just hope that our friends are able to help us in any way they can, and they can, anyone willing, interested in donating can go on our website and donate through the website, or of course call us or see our address and send donations that way.
So if we have someone here in Ben Salem, I'm always talking about Ben Salem. you understand
Absolutely,
that.
that's right.
So we have someone here in Ben Salem that sounds like they're eligible for this. And I want to be able to reach out to them if they're not reaching out to us, because, a lot of times people go without a heater in the winter. They're broke down. I don't know if that's something, I know we work with HUD with that.
Well, here's the thing, we're exterior only, but we
Okay,
do
I heard
team
you.
with the Redevelopment Authority, Bucks County
Right.
Opportunity Council, other organizations.
Work
to get
together.
things
Yes.
done. Yeah.
So I'm saying, and there's many, many things. And the exterior, is important because, anybody watches some of these shows on TV, curbside, if the value of the home, It makes it better, safer. Obviously, I'm sure there's insulation and things that is
Energy
part of that,
efficiency,
right,
yep.
that make it more efficient. So, I mean, there's a whole myriad of things that come down and can help. And I hope that people get involved in that. You know, we did a thing here not too many years ago in Ben Salem where we had a grant to do the exterior of corporate, not corporate, but businesses along beautification project, right? And they had to do 50% of it. Kind of fell flat on their face. You know, it's a shame because, you know, and it is difficult. People don't have even the 50% to do it.
Right.
But it was something, and some did take advantage of it to make their businesses look better. We try to beautify certain parts of the
That's great.
community. But it's difficult. Money, anytime there's money involved, is very, very difficult. These times right now are so tough, Florence. I'm telling you, we every day what we hear is just incredible with more people out of work.
What can happen if you're able to get over that first hurdle, what we see happening here is a ripple effect. We do one project and somebody down the street says, my house needs to look better now. I want my house worked on. Or, so before you know it, the neighborhood starts to have an impact and then the community. So.
Yeah, believe it or not, people don't hear about it. I mean, it's kind of being in the dark. They don't know that these things exist.
Right.
And I did know about it. I'm being
That's
dead
great.
serious about it, Brush with Kindness.
Well, after this program, I hope my phone is ringing off the hook.
Well, I hope it is too. You know, if somebody has a home and they want to do that, and I know you talk about volunteer, are they able to volunteer in their own project?
Oh, sure. And in fact, actually, it's just like the Habitat model. We always ask for sweat equity hours from our homeowners.
Oh, okay.
So for a homeowner that we're building the house from the ground up, they're usually putting in 200 plus sweat equity hours, which really goes to show the dedication and the interest and the drive that our families have to be homeowners. Because when you think about the typical Habitat homeowner, sometimes they're actually working 2 or 3 shifts to make sure they're able to sustain their homeownership or to achieve homeownership. On top of that, we're actually asking them not only to pay a mortgage for their house once they get in it, but we're asking them to put hours, 200 plus hours in, either building their home, building someone else's home, or volunteering at our restore. And so that just shows the dedication, but it gives them a buy-in. And the same thing with a Brush with Kindness. We do ask our homeowners to participate. Now, sometimes they can't. For instance, we had...
Well, I just looked at a picture here.
This is a good example.
Right.
Yes, somebody
right.
that is challenged in any way.
That's right. Well, that's our friend Margaret, and Margaret was, we love to talk about Margaret. She really touched our heart. We found out that Margaret was unable to walk up she had 5 steps outside her home, and unless she had someone there with her, she couldn't walk up those steps by herself. She was crawling up her front steps. Oh, no. And as you know, no one should have to do that. And so what we did was we came in, we changed her steps, changed the rise, but we also added a wheelchair ramp for her. And now Margaret is able to get out on her porch, and she's able to walk down to the street. And actually, with the first day that we put the ramp was completed, she walked down the ramp to see her nephew go to prom. But so yes, obviously Margaret wasn't able to get out there and hammer and nail.
You know,
her son did help us, and also Margaret provided water for our volunteers and spoke with our volunteers.
well, we have a bunch of pictures, and I think they're going to put them up while we're speaking during the show when it goes out there, all these different pictures, which I looked at.
And this is actually Margaret's home.
There's the, with the steps going up, so, or the ramp, rather. So how important that is. I mean, you know, switch gears. You said you buy ground, build a house.
Right.
How does somebody become eligible for that? Are they already on a waiting list that you buy the ground for?
No, usually we are buying ground when it becomes available, when we have funding available to
Right.
do that. And then we put out feelers, emails, flyers, and we look for families that are interested. We don't maintain a waiting list, but we do have contacts with families that we know are interested in having a home. And the reason why we don't do a waiting list, the main reason is we wouldn't want some family waiting until
Yeah,
we're able
yeah.
to fill that
And
need.
then sometimes it doesn't come.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Can you, I think this picture depicts furniture in a building. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's our restore. And our location up in Chalfont is where our office is, and
He's got 'em
also
right there.
our restore. And what it is a great place for to buy low cost, gently used furnishings, shovels and tools,
Is that
cabinetry.
donated? All the stuff donated?
Most of the stuff is donated. We do sometimes get overstock of new things from local businesses. So if anyone that's listening to the show would like to donate, we do have a truck.
That's what I'm looking at right now,
That's
right?
right.
And they'll be up there. They'll be able to see these.
That's great. And they can call our number, the store number, and schedule a pickup, free pickup, and schedule it. And you can donate furniture, housewares, appliances. Lots of times people, if they're doing their bathroom or kitchen over, they just rip out the cabinetry. Well, don't rip it out. Have it taken out. A lot of contractors know about us. Take it out,
Wow.
and we sell that at the store. So people can come to the restore, and sometimes, wow, they can get like a countertop and cabinetry for a kitchen in less than $1,000.
So
So
anybody can shop there.
anybody can shop there.
Anybody can shop there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking here at before and after projects. This looks like it might relate to what you're doing.
Yeah, this was our very first Brush with Kindness project. It was mainly siding, which improved the look of the home, but it was also about insulation and energy efficiency and
that's-
all of that.
Yeah, and here we go.
This was Margaret's job with
Margaret.
the handicap ramp. And I just wanted to add the work that she did in part for Sweat Equity, since she wasn't physically able to actually work on the project. She put together these little American flags that were able to be placed on your refrigerator, and gave one of those to every volunteer
Oh,
as a way of saying thank you.
yeah.
So there are lots of ways to contribute.
Absolutely. I tell you, this program, I know how important the housing program, but this is very, very interesting to me, and it just seems like there's a heck of a lot out there
Yes.
that could take advantage of this A Brush with Kindness. That's Habitat for Humanity is the main source, but this is a program under that, and boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of places that I ride by. I hope that these people understand that if their income warrants it, that they can get this work done.
It's another
And
opportunity.
this is just for Margaret, when I see that, what was done for her,
Right.
that's incredible.
Right.
And you mentioned it, nobody should have to crawl up their steps, my goodness gracious.
Right.
But, a lot of times people don't know, so I hope those that do, and I'm going to be promoting this more than just today's show. This is important to me. It just seems like there's a lot of people out there that need to take advantage of that opportunity.
That'd be great. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Our building and planning is, they do all the inspections and everything. This is something that they should be carrying around with them and let them know that there is help out there
Right.
for some people.
Right.
One more option to try to get something done.
Absolutely. Anything you want to add that's important to you, John? And I'll give you, not the last say, but next say.
Just thanking you for the time today.
Oh, no, that's
helping
your
us
time.
get the word out. The contact information will be up there, and look forward to the calls.
All right. Well, the information is very important, and your program is super important. I don't want to go so much on his program. but
We
that's
work for the same
okay.
team. We're
But
on the same team.
to me, this is one that people need to take
And
advantage
it's
of.
new.
Yeah.
People don't know about it.
Yeah. Florence, you do have the last word.
Oh, well, I'm very appreciative for you spreading the word about Brush with Kindness, and also for anyone to learn more about what Habitat's doing. We do intend to get more into neighborhood revitalization throughout the county, and so we would love everyone to find out more about what we're doing. Again, visit our website, give us a call, and we just look forward to doing some help, giving some help in Ben Salem to homeowners.
Well, you're in Bed Sound today,
Right,
and
mhm.
we're going to make sure that you get some help here because
That's
we'll
great.
keep that word out there.
Thank you.
You're on my target list.
Yeah.
Florence, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much, Mayor.
And have happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
You
Happy
too.
New
Thank
Year.
you.
Thank you so
To you
much.
too, John,
Thank you.
the best. And thank you for being here today and for all this information.
Thank you.
Until next time, everybody, God bless.